Good evening, everybody. Welcome. You may be seated. Again, good evening. It's such an honor to be here. My name is Kazumi Rachel Endo. I'm the Dean of the School of Education here at UW-Tacoma. And on behalf of my amazing colleagues of faculty and staff here in the School of Education, welcome. We're so excited to celebrate the class of 2019, the most amazing class of all the schools at UWT. We have a special place in our heart for all of you students. I would first like to begin this gathering by recognizing that we learn, teach, and likely live on the ancestral homeland of the Coast Salish people. UW-Tacoma is specifically situated on the traditional territory of the Puyallup people. We have a moral responsibility to acknowledge our indigenous connections, as well as the histories of dispossession and forced removal that has allowed us for the growth and survival of this institution. I would also like to just take a brief moment to acknowledge our late colleague, Keisha Corman. She was started with us last year and unexpectedly passed away April 1st of this year. And this would have been her first hooding ceremony, but she's here in spirit and would just be so proud of all of you graduates today for your accomplishments. And now the program starts. I next have the great honor of introducing Dr. Jill Purdy. She is the Executive Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs and also a Professor of Management here in the Milgard School of Business. Dr. Purdy is a founding member of the business faculty and has been here for more than 20 years. Dr. Purdy is an organizational sociologist whose scholarly interests include collaboration and conflict, governance, and social responsibility. She earned her doctorate from the Pennsylvania State University. I now turn over the program to Dr. Purdy.
Thank you, Dean Endo. I appreciate it. As you were talking about my scholarly interests, I was thinking that these are things that our graduates know a lot about: collaboration and conflict, how to work with other people, how to manage being socially responsible and with an eye towards social justice. I am very fortunate to have the privilege of congratulating you on behalf of the University of Washington, Tacoma. We are extremely proud of all of our graduates this evening, and in particular, the School of Education has our only doctoral program on this campus. And we are really delighted and really proud. I want to take a moment to acknowledge the work that these students have done under the guidance of this amazing faculty. You have worked hard. You have given up nights and weekends and made a consistent commitment to working on yourself, your expertise, your skills, your knowledge. You have also contributed to each other. You have also built a community, an inclusive community that supports each other through difficult challenges. And I hope that community will stretch far into the future and that you have found lifelong friends in this program. I think you have also both given and received community from your faculty who have cajoled you, supported you, nagged you, challenged you, and most importantly, are here to honor you tonight for your achievements. And so I will leave the rest of the program to you, but I wanted to say on behalf of the university as a whole, we are extremely proud of your accomplishments. And in the tradition of the Puyallup people, I raise my hands to you.
Thank you, Dean Endo and Dr. Purdy. My name's Ginger MacDonald. I'm the director of the Doctoral Program in Educational Leadership. Thank you. And it is my extreme pleasure to introduce to all of you in the audience tonight the second graduating cohort of doctoral students at the UW-Tacoma. These students have spent the past 3 years developing knowledge and skill in a multidisciplinary approach to educational leadership. They represent leadership in the P-12 world, community college, technical college, four-year colleges and universities. They represent social work, and they represent nursing education and counseling, and many, many domains of education raised up to leadership. These doctors, these new doctors, are grounded in strengths-based leadership with a deep, deep focus on social justice. They are addressing educational oppression at a systems level. They have each conducted scholarly inquiry into an authentic problem of practice. The titles of these dissertations are noted in your program, and so you can see the amazing work that they've done for our community. And in order for you to get a glimpse as to who they are as individuals and as a collective, we have a very brief presentation for you. Well, just a moment. We will have a presentation in a moment. Okay, I'll tell you what, while they're working on the presentation, let me give you a couple of other things that will be fun to think about. So we're wearing these outfits, which are sort of dramatic, I think. So let me tell you a little bit about them. These things were actually invented a long time ago, in fact, in the medieval era, and the scholars and the professors of that time wore them because basically they needed to keep warm in buildings that were not heated. So that was the original purpose for them. The hoods, which we're going to make a big deal about in just a minute, were actually hoods to keep your head dry in the rain. And then after a while, they quit using it for that, and then they just became capes on their backs. And now the hoods have actually become more meaningful than the gowns sometimes. And in fact, our master's degree students, you'll notice their hoods are lined in light blue velvet, which is the special color for education. So that's pretty cool. And then if you notice, we all have really long sleeves. That's where the books were carried when they went from town to town, walking or riding on a horse. So that's why they look like this. The hats, I have no idea. So, I think there will become a screen coming down in just a moment. Yeah, I can do all kinds of stuff. I've been a professor for 20 years. Well, so while this is getting fixed up, because I'm sure they'll have it in a minute, let me just say a couple words to these graduates, our doctoral graduates. I would like to remind each of you, and the master's students, I think you need to hear this too, because I hope you're going to come and see us someday when you're ready for some more schooling. But to all of you, I want you to become even more courageous in your leadership. And I want you to always, in your courage, use discretion. Because you need to choose the battles that you're going to fight very wisely. You cannot do it all. So as you are being courageous and using discretion, I hope you will also be persistent and be resilient, because you're going to get pushback in your courage. But you can stay strong because you know how to do authentic systems leadership. You know how to address oppression and help make a difference in educational settings. I believe that because you have learned well, you are going to find positive growth potential for you to actually make a difference. And then you come back and teach us, because we learn with you, how to seek and find social justice-oriented solutions to the problems in our world. We are going to work together with you now as colleagues to make a difference in a social justice lens on our world. So I wish for all of you doctoral students and the master's graduates as well, be courageous. So once again, please meet our cohort number 2 of the doctoral program in educational leadership.
Living is an art. You've got your canvas and I've got mine. Hey, living is an art. You've got your easel and I've got mine. Hey, living is an art. You've got your brush and I've got mine. Hey, living is an art. Using the colors of the universe. Living is an art. How perfect could this be? Living is an art. Do the work and you will see. Living is an art. Check the power of a smile. Living is an art. Say we jamming with the rhythm, watch your style. Painted pictures hanging on the wall of life. It doesn't really matter which is the prettiest. Everyone is responsible for their own picture, big or small. Everyone is responsible for their every rise and fall. Living is an art. You've got your canvas and I've got mine. Living is an art. You've got your easel and I've got mine. Living is an art. You've got your brush and I've got mine. Living is an art. Using the colors of the universe. Living is an art. Just how perfect could this be? Living is an art. Do the work and you will see. Living is an art. Check the power of a smile. Living is an art. Yeah. We jamming with the rhythm, watch your style. Painted pictures hanging on the wall of life. It doesn't really matter which is the prettiest. Everyone is responsible for their own picture, big or small. Everyone is responsible for their every rise and fall.
It's noisy, I'll wait. So I am now pleased to introduce this year's student-nominated doctoral student speaker, Angelo Mills. Angelo, you can come up and you guys can sit down. Angelo is the assistant principal of Emerald Ridge High School in Puyallup School District. His dissertation, in collaboration with the Chief Leschi Schools, is entitled Student Voice in Social Emotional Learnings. Angelo Mills.
Thank you, Dr. McDonald. Good evening, good people. This is a greeting in recognition of two incredible human beings, Dr. Knaus and Dr. McDonald. It is indeed a very good evening, good people, to Vice Chancellor Purdy, faculty, fellow students, families, ladies and gentlemen. Today is an important milestone because over 3 years ago, I, like you, made a decision to pursue doctoral studies. What a journey that has been. Today marks the beginning of the rest of your life. Why is today so significant? It is because you have made a commitment to a cause. All of our dissertations have one common thread, highlighting an area of social justice. From the plight of African American women in Washington State's applied baccalaureate programs to examining the human experience of moral distress. These are just two examples of scholars sitting among you today whose mission has become to make the world a more inclusive place through their scholarship. This hooding ceremony is significant because you are making a public declaration to your families and friends that you stand firm in your truth of service and study. To quote James Baldwin with a line that has become my mantra, I come to bear witness. This vestment of your full regalia gives you more than the academic authority. You have a responsibility to explain through scholarship what you continue to witness. Thank you.
Thank you, Angelo. So now I told you about why we're dressed, so let's get on with the show and get to the hooding ceremony for the doctoral students in educational leadership. Our advisor, Ashley Walker, is going to come and read names, and as she reads the name, she will also tell the name of the dissertation faculty member who is the chair of that person's work, and then they will come up also and participate in the hooding. So, Ashley?
Please welcome Dr. Laura Feuerborn to the stage. And she will be chairing, and hooding, Angelo Mills. Make sure you're holding your hood right. Please welcome Fern Tiger, who will be hooding Maya Thiel. Thank you. And Dr. Rachel Endo, who will be hooding Johnny Hu. Dr. Susan Johnson. Will be hooding Allison Wareham. Dr. Rachel Hirschberg. Olga Engelbritson. Dr. Colleen Carmine. Stacy Bain. Dr. Art Jarvis. Josh Zarling. Our next group of students will be hooded by Dr. Christopher Knaus. Paulette Lopez. Adriana Julian. Shanira Ring Sperry. Candice Lee Eckert.
That's my bestie.
Elizabeth Griffin. Trayvon Conrad Webster. Thank you, Dr. Knaus. Our next two students will be hooded by Dr. Gerald Pumphrey. Stephanie McIrvin. Michael Pham. Thank you, Dr. Pumphrey. Our next chair, Dr. Ginger McDonald. I would also like to welcome Dr. Bob Liebert, who will hood his daughter, Sherry Fujita. Thank you, Dr. Liebert. Luella Loudenbach. I know who you are. And last but certainly not least, Marco J. Tulloch. Congratulations, everybody. Please join me in congratulating the University of Washington's School of Education Doctoral Program in Educational Leadership, Cohort 2, graduating class. I just want to throw out there that this is the first cohort that I saw through from start to finish, and so these are my babies whom I like to call. And so I'm so very, very proud of all of you. You've worked your bottom ends off, and you should all be very, very proud of yourselves. So one more time, a round of applause for Cohort 2.
How's everybody doing this evening? I am Professor Jose. One more revision, please, Rios, right? And I am very honored to be here to say a few words for the Masters of Education students. They asked me to do this, they voted for me, and I'll try to make it brief. I know it's a little warm in here, we're ahead of schedule, so I'm good. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, you did a wonderful job. And so what can I say? You gave me the mic, so here we go. I've been thinking long and hard about what to say to this graduating class. Not because there's any shortage of things I can say about this graduating class, but rather how can I pull it all together? I've seen all of them in a number of classes, and we've worked really hard together. And it came together in an odd way. I was watching Beyonce's Homecoming. Yeah, that's right, yeah, woo! And after about, I'm gonna say about 45 minutes of strutting and sliding and stepping and a little bit of booty bouncing here and there, my kids said, "Daddy, please stop. Please stop." So I did a little bit of this, you know, and then I kept going. And I don't know if you've seen it, but throughout the documentary, there are a lot of slides and famous quotes from very famous scholars. And there was one that stuck out to me. And when I saw this, I thought, yeah, this is it. This kind of brings it all together, sort of encompasses everything that we've been through, everything that I've seen over the last 2 years. And it's a really simple quote. It's from Marian Wright Edelman. She's the founder of the Children's Defense Fund, and she's a graduate of Spelman. And she said really simply, you can't be what you can't see. And it stuck with me. It stuck with me for several reasons. One is that I can honestly say that this group pushed me. They pushed me because when I said things like anti-racist pedagogy, inclusive education, supporting kids' collaboration, they pushed me to show them what that looked like. And when I didn't, they let me know, and I went back and I showed them, and if it wasn't good enough, I did it again. And I'm really grateful for that. Because it's one thing to tell people what you're supposed to be doing, right? It's another thing to show them, to let them see the struggle that we as professors engage in when we say things like we need to create safe spaces for children, that we need to support them, that we can't use deficit language when we talk about our English language learners, because speaking multiple languages, that's a gift, not a deficit. So thank you for pushing me. Thank you for pushing me. So now I'm going to turn it back on you, because we just spent 2 quarters working really hard, didn't we? Didn't we? Turnabout is fair play, right? You push me, I push you, right? We push each other. And I can say that the commitment that I have seen among these students to issues of equity and inclusion, of school safety, of social emotional learning, of innovative instruction is amazing. I've read every sentence that they've written, and I've challenged them and I've pushed them, and they've come back with stronger, deeper thinking. So this isn't just a superficial commitment. This is a deeply thought out, well-articulated, grounded group of students, and I'm very proud to hood you today. And so I want to remind you as you go forward, this degree is being conferred today. And some of you have heard this phrase, but I'm going to remind you of this phrase. You're going to have this degree conferred with all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining hereto. Right? Probably heard that at some point. And you know what I'm talking about, right? And I want to remind you of the responsibilities. You have pushed me, I have pushed you, we have grown together, and you have reached this really important milestone, and today we celebrate something that is just marvelous. I am very proud of you, and I cannot wait to hood you. So thank you very much. But you know, you didn't come here to hear me speak, right? I'm just a warm-up for the student speaker, and I'm very pleased to introduce this year's MED, student-nominated speaker, Tori Quill. Come on up, Tori. I'm going to wait till you're up here so I can read this. It's embarrassing you a little bit more. So Tori is graduating from the Master's of Education program in the Teaching English Language Learners track. She's currently a second-grade teacher at Midland Elementary in the Franklin Pierce School District. Here's some of Tori's favorite moments. I'm glad to be included here. She said that she really enjoyed dropping bugocopters off the balcony of the West Coast Grocery in my class in the fall. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. And she loved taking the privilege walk with Dr. Julio Aguirre. And I think the most important one of all, hitting the submit button on her Ed TPA. I know you all can relate to that. So I'm going to step aside. I'm going to turn over the mic to Tori Quill.
Thank you, Dr. Rios.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Rios. Dr. Rios requested a specific shout out. So, Dr. Rios, hi. Good evening. Vice Chancellor of Academic Affairs, Dean of the School of Education, alumni, faculty, staff, family, friends, and fellow graduates. Thank you for being here tonight to celebrate what we, the graduates, have achieved. Earning a degree in education is not a sprint. It is a marathon, complete with many hydration stations along the way. To our hydration stations, family, friends, colleagues, professors, and advisors, thank you. We would truly not be here today without the support and sacrifice you have given to make this day possible for us. The nerves that come with being up here tonight remind me of the way that I felt on my first day of school as a new teacher. I walked into the building dressed up, having gotten very little sleep the night before, nervous and excited and completely unsure of what to expect. It was a day full of learning names, creating class norms, and teaching expectations. I can remember giving the bathroom talk and teaching students when it was a good time to use the bathroom or not a good time to use the bathroom. And I said, unless you're bleeding or about to throw up, I stated in my best teacher voice, please ask me to go to the bathroom. And by the way, as the very reflective teacher that UW has taught me to be, next year I plan to remove the bleeding clause from that rule because it turns out if you include paper cuts and hangnails, which of course our students do, there is a lot of bloodshed in second grade. Anyway, it was just after I'd finished delivering the bathroom rules when one boy quickly stood up, made unwavering eye contact with me, and vomited all over the floor. This was day one of teaching, day one. It was at this time that many questions filled my mind. What do I do now? Am I the one who cleans this up? Do I call a custodian? What is the custodian's number? Wait, where's my phone? Does this classroom not have a phone? But the question that lingered with me the longest was, why? Why me, Lord? Why on the first day of school? Why didn't I pursue my real dream of becoming a mail carrier? Chances are, if you are a teacher, you have asked yourself these questions at some point in your career. Why is a very important question that we as educators must ask ourselves often. Why did we choose this profession? When the vomit hits the floor, so to speak, what keeps us going? For many of us, it is the opportunity to love kids who have experienced trauma or hardship. Maybe it's to spark creativity and curiosity in students, molding the next generations of thinkers and doers. Perhaps it's to create social change, helping to eradicate institutionalized racism or sexism from within one of our society's most powerful institutions. Maybe it's to see the world through our students' eyes, getting inspired by their views and ideas. Maybe it's just to be the person our students need, the person that we needed as kids. Whatever our why is, we must hold it close to us. This profession is not cute. It is challenging and tiring, and sometimes it smells like throw up. But our students need us to show up for them, motivated and inspired so that we may motivate and inspire. So, as we graduate and move fully into the world as educators, we must take everything that we have learned from this incredible experience and remember why we began it in the first place. We must remember our why. Thank you.
Let's give another round of applause for Tori Quill. All right, graduates, you ready? I would like to invite Drs. Matthew Weinstein, Dr. Yarek Shashinsky up to the podium. They will be reading names, and we will begin our hooding, starting with the educational administrator students.
Jennifer Schutz. Marissa Hennis. Jacqueline Henley. And now the K-8 with special education certification with Marcy Stein and Diane Kinder doing the hooding. Jessica Tyler, Strader. Preston Prendergast. Alexis Finba. Marion Kwame Davis. Katrina Hill. Marissa Tippett. Diana Hernandez. Sarah Rooney. Mary Rose O'Brien. Katie Kalapas. Laura Alvestad. Katie Bennett. Nama Stacy Stevens. Robin Lambus. And now the K-8 with English Language Learner Certification MED students. Yeva Chalet. Kirsten Myers. Mindy Ekstrom. William Warren. Arnel Hajich. Michael Reynolds. Summer June. Kaylee Kent. Natalie Macharney. Julie King. Victoria Dost Quill. Lauren Bergstrom. Kelly Watson. Nicole Sytak. Chanel Kim. Anthony Ray. You all right?
Jean Marie Henry. Anna Kier. Shweta Singh. Joshua Gallegos. Megan Larson. Amanda Hartley. Derek Hall. Ana Romero. Michael Donovan. Joelia Picardo. Mario Montgomery. Christopher Chambers. You knew. Laura Leach. Lester Burks. The next candidates are from the secondary certification in the sciences or mathematics. Janelle Snediger. Cameo Rose Lovell. So the following Master of Education candidates were unable to join us this evening. We'd like to take this opportunity to recognize their accomplishment. Please hold your applause until all names have been read. Tara Brown, Angela Hawkins, Amanda Locatelli, Harper Meharry, Tamara Sharp, Sarah Shaw, Zachary Wright, Brenna Uni, and Sandra Zipper. Thank you.
So, congratulations. And let's take a moment. It's with great honor and privilege that I congratulate our 2019. So I'm supposed to give some closing remarks, but it's getting warm in here, isn't it? And we're ahead of schedule, right? Some kind of all that stands between you and dinner and all that stuff. All right, then. Then I'm going to bring these ceremonies to a close. We ask that all guests please stay seated while the students and the faculty recess out of the auditorium. Thank you very much.
Before next time. Right. Yeah. I'm not following my lead anyway.
Yeah.
You're on your own there.
Ashley and Meg have authority. Them. Yeah. Slowly. Right.